yet. I'm a little bit early, but hopefully that doesn't stop us. Yes, it looks like we're live. Looks like we're live. Wonderful. Welcome. Welcome to Ikejiri Ohashi Station, which is one stop from Shibuya and also one stop from Sangenjaya here in central Tokyo. Almost central Tokyo. Next to a very big road, the Route 246, which is one of the big roads that leads into Tokyo from elsewhere. But today's walk will not be on big roads, not even close to big roads. Today I will walk on one of my favorite Ryokudo, or like greenways. I don't know, it's a difficult word to translate, but basically there's lots of those in the Tokyo region. They're usually rivers that has been like overbuilt, and in this case it's actually the Meguro River. So over there on the other side of this road, the Meguro River comes out, and yeah, a little bit further this way we will be in Nakameguro. But today I will walk this direction, which we have a map here. So we are here. Shibuya is up here, Sangenjaya down here. Here's Meguro River, but today I will walk on top of Meguro River in this direction. Not sure if I will take this or this route. I might let you vote once we get there, but for now let's start walking this way. It's a very nice day over here, as you can see. Mostly blue skies, a comfortable temperature of 24 degrees right now. I kind of realized that I should probably have put on some sunscreen. Yeah, this is actually Meguro River, which is kind of funny. Like here it's just this narrow little creek like this. I guess it's a much wider river flowing underneath us right now. But yeah, from there. But today we will walk this direction. So mostly quiet streets like this. I might take a break somewhere. I think today's stream will be somewhere around an hour or so in length, maybe a little bit longer. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how much you manage to motivate me. Also, as some of you know, I've been sick, right? I've been sick a lot since I came back to Japan well over a month ago. And I was on medication last week, which took it away. But last night I had a terrible pain in my throat, and I can still feel it. It's not so painful right now, but I still feel like a little bit clogged in my throat. My wife and daughter has also had throat issues, so let's see, I might have to go to the doctor again and get some new medicine if it doesn't improve by itself. But yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. I can't be healthy here, it feels like, which is not very nice. Anyway, one thing that is very nice is that we already have 100 viewers, despite just starting 4 minutes ago. So thanks everybody who has tuned in. Here's a university and the university hospital. I passed here, I think I passed here at night quite a few times. This walk is very nice to do at night, actually. Thank you, Aryo, and everybody else for the kind words. Yeah, I hope I will get well soon. I'm feeling all right now, but I don't feel like, I don't know, I'm not feeling as genki as I did on my last live stream, which was the first one in a long time when I felt like back to my good old self. So yeah, let's see how it goes. There's some tiny fish in here. I don't know if you can see them here on the stream, but I can see them with my own eyes. But obviously it's very shallow, so no no carps, no koi fish here, but maybe, I think once we get a little bit further down this way, this river might widen a bit and there might be a bit more of a marine life in the water. Drinks lots of water, thank you. Yeah. Nothing a good cup of coffee couldn't fix. I don't know, let's see if we find a place that can serve me a good cup of coffee. I've already had 2 cups of coffee today though, and they didn't do that much for me, but I just had lunch just before we starting the stream, so now I feel like I could go for another cup. Oh, here's another map. Let's see if this makes us any wiser. So we are here at the red dot. So there's 2, like this will fork soon, and one route will take me slightly more up north towards, which line is this? This is the Setagaya Daita, Umegaoka. Okay, this is the Odakyu line. Or I can just take the southern route, which will be closer to like the Setagaya line. Let's see. Once we get closer to this place, I will probably let you vote. Is that the Meguro River? Yeah, I don't know if it's technically called the Meguro River here, but basically on the other side over there, other side of the Route 246, here it is the Meguro River. Well, it says Meguro Ryokudo, so yeah, it's maybe not referred to as Meguro River around here. Jeffrey, yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey posted on Twitter that he was a bit mad or disappointed because he posted a reel of his cat on Instagram and it got way more interactions than his photography posts, should I say. But I commented and said that there's never anything wrong with cats. Cats always deserve attention. Wow, this house looks very old. Cats are the best. But yeah, of course I understand your frustration, Jeffrey. It is kind of annoying when things that you put a lot of effort in doesn't get the response you want, and then you post something simple and basic and suddenly people get all excited about it. I can kind of relate to that. Yes, Yari, I started a bit earlier today. I did post on both Twitter and here in the chat that I was gonna start a little bit earlier than originally announced. So that's another reason to always make sure that you follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Oh, here we have some koi. Someone said the water looks muddy. I think it's not, I wouldn't say it's muddy. Maybe it looks muddy on the screen, but with my bare eyes it looks pretty clear. Oh, it's a goldfish. Can you see? But yeah, sorry about that. My lunch just was way quicker than I had expected. That's why I could start so early. Yes, Yamaguchi-san, so this time I walk kind of to the north or to the west from Meguro. I often walk the Meguro River starting in Ikejiri, Ohashi, then I walk towards the east, but now I'm walking the opposite direction. a very, shall we say, idyllic Tokyo residential neighborhood walk today. I would really love to live next to something like this, where you can see like green trees out of the window, and if you open the window you hear birds rather than traffic. That would be very nice. At my current place, all the sounds I hear if I open the window is like traffic and trains, which is actually not that great. More fish. Okay, so here's where this road divides into two. So should I take the northern or the southern route? You can vote in the chat if you want. North or south? N or S? First option that gets 5 votes is always the one I will go for. So here's a very, very dirty map. We are here. Here's Ikejiri Ohashi Station. Here is Sangenjaya Station. Over here is Umegaoka Station. So north route or south route? Let's see. North, south, north. I think there's 3-1 voting for north. There was 4 votes for north, so let's see. North 1. Okay, north it is. Thanks for voting. Thanks for dictating my walk today. I appreciate it. Sometimes it's so nice to be able to just leave all the difficult decisions to you, not having to worry too much about it myself. Take the route you least take. Yeah, well, I don't walk here terribly often, so I don't know which I have walked the most, to be honest. What is this? A little chimney with a ladder that you're not allowed to climb. I wonder what happens. I wonder what treasure is hidden up there. Find out. Hey, is this a coffee shop? There's a coffee sign saying Key Coffee, which is the name of a Japanese coffee maker. I wonder if there's a little kissaten or something here. If there is, it's not very accessible. No, it's not. I don't think there is. Let's see. Let's see what we find here. If I can actually get a coffee here. Ah, maybe. Blue Cabin, it's called, but it's not open. See, this is one of the things though that I really love about Japan, that people are allowed, there's no like legal hurdles to run a shop in your own house. I don't know. I don't think that's allowed in Sweden. At least there's like no one doing it. And it just contributes to making the residential districts feel so much more alive when there's actually a little bit of commercial activity going on. So don't drop your wrench in the river, don't catch any fish, and don't drink the water. Yeah, I'm sure we will bump into quite a few shops actually along this walk today. Many of which will be in just basic, residential houses. It's so nice. Like last time I came here, it was actually I was with my wife and daughter. That was many of these trees are cherry blossom trees, but now it looks way more like tropical almost. Let's go to Setagaya Daita and up to Kyoto. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the direction I'm heading. We'll see how far I make. Oh, looks like signal is not amazing around here, so sorry if the resolution drops a little. Beautiful. Yeah, there's zoning laws in Japan, but when it comes to like small businesses, they're like allowed in even the most basic residential zones, it seems, which I think is great. It's really like, it might sound like a minor detail at first, but when you think about it and the consequences it has on how, you know, the whole city is laid out and how it basically makes the residential area so much more alive. I think that's really a good thing. Ah, 230 viewers now. Thank you everybody for joining. Let's see who will be the first one to drop a super chat. That's something I'm very eager to find out. And here my friend told me, my friend lives around here, that they're actually building a new road here. So they used to be mostly like residential buildings, like here too, but now there's a big road to be built. That's a bit of a shame, but I guess they have to. Switch back to ultra wide. There we go. I really like the ultra wide on this phone. It's a lot of fun to use. Oh, you didn't know this green alley, Yamaguchi-san, even when you lived in Sasazuka? I've known it since I lived in Shimokitakawa. Then I found this place for the first time, and I always enjoyed coming here because we're actually heading pretty close to Shimokitakawa. They're building a road, not another train line, but a road. I'm all for train line expansions, but new roads, especially when they're built on ground that used to be exclusively pedestrian, is never a good thing in my book. Wow, 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 so much kids. So many kids, so many kids, so many kids. Yes, Mr. Kudaranai, that's right. They did they did hit the train tracks underground in Shimokitazawa. But on that land, they've actually built like mostly like quite walkable commercial facilities mostly. I think they did a pretty good job around there. Yeah, I guess this is the time of the day. Yeah, maybe 1 o'clock is like many kids are heading home from school, like young kids, like elementary school. Probably ends around 1 o'clock, I would guess. Yeah, the kids here are friendly. Everybody's friendly in Japan, or not everybody, but most people are friendly here, which is one of the great things about living here. Should probably decrease the brightness a little bit on my screen. There we go. Not to drain the battery too quickly. Yeah, you got a kid practicing hello. Well, if you're a non-Japanese and you bump into a bunch of kids, there's always gonna be some of them shouting hello. It's cute, but it's also a little bit sad that everybody seems to assume that just because you're not Japanese, you have to be an English speaker. I mean, there are non-Japanese people who don't speak English as well. I always felt most people were super polite first, friendly second. Yeah, you have a good point there, and that is one of the kind of annoying things about living here, I guess. Like everybody's, yeah, there's a lot of rules when it comes to how you're supposed to behave. And if you just look at it on the surface, yes, everybody is kind of nice and polite. But if you look at it a little bit deeper, it sometimes feels quite superficial, and you don't know if people are nice because they generally want to be nice, or if they're nice to you just because they're following the manual, which says that you need to be polite. Will I give my daughter a ranseru in Sweden? I don't know. Those don't seem terribly practical, actually. They're quite heavy, they're super expensive, and yeah, no, I think I would prefer to just give her a normal backpack. I think I would let her choose what kind of backpack she wants when she's old enough. Manners become a mask to hide behind. Yeah. When I'm having a bad day, I feel like that too, and it annoys me quite a lot. But compared to how rude and selfish people can be in most of the other countries I lived, most Western countries, I think I'd rather prefer, like, I don't know, fake niceness over just everybody being a rude and selfish a-hole around me. But yeah, nevertheless, it's an interesting phenomenon. And I know that whenever I'm not in Japan, I tend to miss it a lot. What's ranseru means? So ranseru is the traditional backpacks that all the school kids have in Japan. I think it's ranseru is like it's a Dutch word that has been like converted and turned into a Japanese word in katakana. I don't know the original Dutch word, but yeah, like in Japan, kids don't have the freedom to choose what backpack to wear for school. They all have to have the same one. So that's another interesting little detail that it's easy to get very opinionated about, but let's try to keep today's walk and today's talk on a positive note. Konken. It's a Swedish backpack. Fjällräven. I think we passed a store selling them when I did the walk with Yuka and Daniel a few days ago. They're very popular, but no, unfortunately, school kids in Japan would not be allowed to have that as their bag for the school. Here we have another example of what I mentioned earlier about a residential building where there's also a shop on the bottom floor. I don't know if it's residential, but I think so. I would guess so. But this restaurant looks very nice, actually. Quite crowded. Guess people are still having lunch. We just passed 300 viewers. Wonderful. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me today. 300 viewers, 0 super chats. However, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But thank you all for joining. Actually not so far from Shimokitakawa right now. Like if I walk this direction for like say 10 minutes, I will be at Shimokitakawa. But I don't plan to head there today. I will just keep on following this Ryokudo. Yeah, 0 super chats. Jari, that's a bit upsetting, isn't it? Here's another example. Someone's running, it looks like it's a flower shop from their garage. Then they probably live upstairs. So yeah, this street heads up to Shimokitakawa. I will just wait here in the shade until it turns green and then I will continue this way. Japan will be my retirement home. Yeah, I think Japan would be a pretty good place to retire. Not sure if I would go for Tokyo as a retired person, but definitely like somewhere a bit more quiet. Would be super nice for retirement, and also like rural Japan is relatively cheap as well. So here we have the good old benches for introverts that I love so much. Daniel and Yuka, yay! Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me today. Yeah, it's a lovely day. Are you going to stream today? Ah, Buds Red Hot, thank you. Finally, a super chat. Thank you so much. Pretty nice one at that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. As always, remember that it's the support from my viewers that keeps this channel running. So without people like Buds Red Hots or my amazing following on Patreon, this channel would not be around for this long. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the help that you are providing. And speaking of that, I would also like to mention Bit of a Wonder, because he is this channel's mega supporter, and he has been that for many months now. His support goes a long way as well, so thank you, Bit of a Wonder. I'm not sure if you're here now, but regardless, and for those of you who don't know, Bit of a Wonder does walking videos as well. He's based in the US, and you will find his channel linked in the video description. Ah, thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you for the coffee fund, for the cat or coffee fund. Haha, thank you so much. Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, Hokkaido might be good for retirement if you don't mind the fact that it's a little bit maybe on the cold side. But other than that, yeah, Hokkaido wouldn't be bad. I think personally I would probably prefer somewhere around the Seto Naikai, the Seto Inland Sea, which is a part of Japan that I'm very fond of. Cat or coffee, not both. I don't know. Can I get both a cat and a coffee for $3? Cool coffee. That's right. I wonder, can anyone look up if there's any coffee shop around here or further down this way? That would be good to know, because if I can't, yeah, it would be good to have a coffee. There's a lot of really nice houses around here, but I'm pretty sure it's really expensive as well. If you want to buy a house, like some of them this one looks very pricey, for example, by Japanese standards. They're big. Many of them even have decent sized gardens, and it's a super quiet area, still not far from central Tokyo. Could try to look at that Cat Punch beer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one, eh? It's been a while since I had one of those. I could actually go for a beer today, even though I'm not sure if it's the best idea since I'm not feeling 100% well, but one beer maybe won't be that dangerous. Especially if I pick a slightly weaker one, maybe not a 7% IPA, but more like a 4% frog beer or something. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if there's that many Starbucks in Shimokitakawa actually. As far as I know, there's one Starbucks there. Maybe more though. But there's lots of other smaller coffee shops for sure. Yeah, I think if I go down here, I will get to the main street, where I think I can find a konbini where I think I can find a beer. Let's see. Ooh, there's even a fancy liquor shop here. So yeah, let's do a little beer break, a weak beer today. I think I deserve one. Taita Ichome. Ah, wait, here's also. Is this the same? No. Pretty solid alcohol selection. Wow, look at this beer selection. This. Wow. We have. Speaking of cats, 5% alcohol. Then there's this one, it's also cat themed. Let's get the weakest one of these two. This one is also 5%. Okay, I'll get this one. Oh, decent snack selection too.レジ開いてますか？あ、はい。そのままで。スイカで払えますか？
スイカ使えないです。
あ、そっか。
はい。
じゃあ
現金かクレジットになります。
わかりました。よいしょ。はい、ありがとうございます。Okay. Okay, I got a beer. Got a beer. I had to pay for it with hard-earned cash. They didn't accept Suica. But wow, yeah, that beer selection was really impressive. I should have looked for something more exciting than this, I guess. This one you can get at almost every conveni, but never mind. I didn't want to stick around for too long. And at least it's cat themed, so it's not all bad. Am I walking in pink sexy shorts today? Yes, I am. I am indeed. It's a pink sexy shorts day today. Thank you for asking. I was kind of hoping for the chicken beer. I see. Sorry to disappoint, Brad. So sorry about that. Let's see if we can find somewhere to sit. Ideally not, I mean, these are the introverts bench, but which is good, but they're in the sun, which is not as good. Let's see if we can find a place in the shade. $331 viewers. Can we have 2 more and have 333? That's such a nice number. Brad, you live. Okay, that's good to hear. That's very good to hear. Nice shorts color. Thank you, I'm Armel. Thank you very much. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, all my shorts are pink. At least when I stream. I'm not sure if I've ever streamed in wearing shorts that were a different color than pink. So that has kind of turned into a thing here on this channel. It isn't just one pair of shorts. No, I think I have 3 pair of pink shorts actually. I do also have a pair of blue shorts. Not sure if I have any other colors. Maybe just pink and blue. Are we still counting cones? We are. But maybe not that actively today. Let's see, there's a little playground here. Let's see if I can find a place to sit there and make some of my viewers annoyed. Oh, perfect! Perfect! Introvert's bench in the shade. What else could you ask for? Perfect, there's even a slide here. And no kids, so I guess it won't be too offensive to sit here and drink a beer. Beer break. Kampai. Skål. Boxers or briefs? I'm a boxer kind of guy. I don't think I have any briefs actually. Only boxers. I don't like when it's, you know, too tight and squeezy in there. That's not very comfortable. Just like everything else in my life, I prefer things to be more relaxed. You go commando. Good on you, but red hots. I don't. Subukun, you passed here 30 minutes ago. Wow. 30 minutes too late. You can drink in public. Yes, in Japan you can. And actually, I know where I am now because I used to know someone who lived in that house, that building over there. So I'm close to Setagaya Daita station, I believe. And from there, actually, I'm quite close to Hanegi Park. So maybe that's the plan. That could be the plan for the rest of this stream, to head to Hanegi Park. And maybe, because I know that at Hanegi Park, my favorite Norwegian cafe, Fuglen, has recently opened another branch. So maybe I should go there. Go to Fuglen and wrap things up with a good old Norwegian coffee. Speaking of Norway, it was Norwegian National Day yesterday. Congratulations, Norway. Yeah, let's go to Fuglen in Hanegi Park and get a maybe iced coffee and then stroll around Hanegi Park. And that will be probably a good way to end today's stream. What's the latest word on Japan allowing tourists this year? It's so ridiculous. So they announced yesterday that, oh, now they're gonna allow limited number of tourists to come to Japan. And I think it was today that they actually explain the details. So they will let in 50 people, 50 people from 4 different countries on group tours with predetermined itineraries, and they will not be able to visit Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, or Okinawa, and a handful of other places. So that's how open Japan is right now. If you're one of those 50 people worldwide, congratulations. But for the rest of you, you probably still have a long wait. There's some like rumors talking about like a proper reopening in December. So another what, 7 months? It's that's I don't know. When they announced that they were gonna start taking the first steps, I didn't expect much, but I did actually expect more than 50 people. It's I don't know. I think it's kind of comical, and it's such a low number that it actually is completely insignificant. Like, it doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. Anyway, what else are you saying? Thoughts on Sweden joining NATO? Well, I generally try to not get too political here on this channel, but sadly, I don't think we had much of a choice. And I think most Swedes think the same. We don't really want to join, but regarding with regards to the current situation, and with regards to how unreliable our big neighbor in the east is behaving, we didn't really have much of a choice. That's what I think. Now Japan has another Dejima Hirado. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. You're still in Sakoku. That's for sure. Bakaporu, your ticket is for December 1st. Well, I will keep my fingers crossed for you that you will be able to enter by then. Yeah. I hope that you will be able to come. It's a darker world than people would like. Tough choices, indeed. Indeed. Actually, this beer, I didn't read. It's Belgian style white ale, which is actually one of my least favorite kinds of beer. It's not very good. Too bad. The can is so nice. Okay, Jeffrey, watch the stream in bed. I hope you will stay awake until I make it to Fuglen. But if not, you can just watch the replay later. Anyway, thanks for watching, as always. And I'm almost done with my beer, so let's keep on walking soon. Let's go. Let's see if we can find a place to trash this. Wait, I didn't really notice this, but these walls, this place is kind of interesting. Somehow it's a temple, but somehow this scene looks kind of like it could be somewhere in the south. I don't know why, but it feels like this could be like Okinawa or something. What are the recommended Swedish sweets that I can eat in Japan? Oh, you can go to the Swedish embassy. They have a vending machine selling Swedish sweets, and they have salty licorice. That's what I would recommend, because that's the best Swedish sweet. However, most people are familiar with it tend to dislike it. Especially, yeah, I haven't met that many Japanese people who like the taste of salty licorice. But it's my favorite for what it's worth. Any further details on your Swedish job? I think I told my Patreon supporters most of it. And I think that's where I will keep it for now. Further down the road I will maybe share more about it with all of you. But I gotta give some special goodies to my Patreon friends. Ah, now I know where I am. When I bike from my place to one of my friends, I often pass this crossing. Huh. Ryokudo. So we are here. We're getting close to Hanegi Park. Started the walk far down this way. We're close to the Umegaoka station now on the Odakyu line. Ramen shop, was it? I didn't take notice of that. That would be quite unique. Sweets are sold at the vending machine at Swedish Embassy. Yes, they have a vending machine called Try Swedish, where they also sell our disgusting fermented fish. The one that smells so bad that an entire apartment block would have to evacuate if you open it in your apartment. You can buy that in that vending machine as well. So it's not only sweets, but they do have a little selection of uniquely Swedish sweets. I don't know if they have that vending machine anywhere else. I don't think so. I think it's only at the embassy. So yeah, I think this stream will be around an hour and 15 minutes in total, and I think we will be able to squeeze in both this beer break plus a coffee break in it. That's a high ratio of drink breaks to stream time. Lutefisk. Lutefisk is the Norwegian one. That one is not so smelly, I think. The Swedish one is called surströmming, and that is like biological warfare. It's like really, really nasty. We have lutefisk or lutfisk in Sweden too, but it's not something we think of as typically Swedish, and it's not very common. More like the older generation maybe. Yeah, the surströmming is very Swedish and very, very bad. So let me check the map again. I think I'm very close to the park now. I need to turn right quite soon. Okay, once I get to the train tracks, which are just a few more blocks down. Beer break, coffee break. Well, if I wrap things up shortly after the coffee break, then I think I can do the pee break after, once the stream is over. And that's probably best for everybody involved. You have a lot of drink breaks, you will also have restroom breaks. That's right. Yeah, restroom break when the stream is over. Good thing it's pretty warm today. I'm sweating a lot, so I think that kind of makes me less eager to have a pee break. So let's see, I wonder if I should probably cross the train tracks and there's a little Shoten guy. I don't think I walked much around here actually. Umegaoka. I think it's a quite nice residential neighborhood. Should probably come here and explore it more sometime. Call you T, iron bladder E. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much of an iron bladder I have. It used to be strong, but I think in many recent streams I had to do like toilet breaks. Well, not many, but some. Anyway, let's talk about something else than my bladder, shall we? Oh, here's Fuglen. Wow. So nice. A nice little Fuglen here. Yeah. I think I can probably enter from here. I think so. Ice noなんだろう。アイスカフェラテください。
アイスカフェラテ。
はい。
ここで飲みますか。
帰りで。はい。スイカで入れますか。
はい、大丈夫です。はい、じゃあ690円ですね。はい。こちらタッチお願いします。
ちょっとで待ってます。
はい、呼びますね。
Let's see. Hopefully we didn't get copyright issue there. I'm pretty sure that music was not public domain. Finally, I've been talking about this place and wanting to come here for a long time. Now I know what it's finally like. It was smaller than I had anticipated. Garfield, thank you for the coffee fund. Yeah, it was a pretty expensive coffee, so that helped this definitely appreciated. 690 yen for iced coffee. That's pretty steep. Iced latte. Here in the shade, maybe. Playing for a little while. And then I think the park is just behind here, behind these residential buildings. Perfect. Hi, ありがとうございます。
閉めます。
あ、お願いします。
はい。どうぞ。ありがとうございます。
There we go. Okay. This lid is not the type of lid that you can drink through. Or can I? Oh, maybe I can. Anyway, let's go to the park. Let's go to the park and sit down there and drink it. Peter Charles, thank you so much for the super chat. I think you and Garfield pay for my coffee now. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, park is just across the street and behind these houses. Perfect. That's a cool car. Okay, I don't like cars, but that one did catch my eye. I wouldn't mind to have one of those on a nice summer day like today and cruise around it. That looked really comfy. Here's Hanegi Park. I'm not sure if I've actually been to Hanegi Park on a stream before, which is kind of strange because when I lived in Shimokitakawa, I used to come to this park quite often. It's a very nice one. I like this place a lot. I'm not sure if I've ever entered it from this side before. Probably have. If I remember correctly, this park has a very nice collection of plum trees. I think it might even be these over here. So if you come here during the time of the year when the plum trees are in bloom, it's very beautiful. One time when I was walking, old men who was quite drunk, and they started talking to me and asked me to join them for a drink. And then suddenly a guy who used to be the mayor of Tokyo joined, which was kind of surreal. So that's not something that we see every day, but yeah, or not something I experience every day, but I did once here in this park a couple of years ago. Here we have more introverts benches again. I just don't get it. Why not make them bigger so more people can fit? It's not like there's not enough space. Let's see if we can find a place to sit down where I can enjoy this coffee before waving goodbye to you. It's the kind of day when I wish I could just go on a real work to do. That's why I have to cut it a bit short today. Sit here, but it's not the most interesting spot. Let's see if we can find a little bit more, I don't know, place with less dirt and more green. Oh, wow, 3 helicopter, 4 helicopter. Can you see? I was too late. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a clear view of... There they are. Can you see? Let me zoom in. Maybe here. Maybe we can sit here and have coffee and watch some baseball. Where is this place? This is Hanegi Park. Not too far away from Shimokitakawa in Tokyo. And you are currently watching the end of today's stream, so I will have a little coffee break here, and that will be it for today. But during my coffee break, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have, or if there's anything you want to talk about, let me know and I will do my best to honor your requests. Okay. So, here's my expensive coffee. Let's hope that it will be good enough to justify the high price. So, next question. Oh, Timothy, thank you so much for joining me on Patreon. That is very nice of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You want to see my sexy legs? Should I have a sexy leg cam? Or is it better not to? Maybe sexy baseballers is better than my legs. I don't know if T knows how to baseball. I don't. I have no. I don't. I know that if you hit the ball really hard, so that it kind of flies out of the field. I don't know even the right terminology, but then it's called a home run, and that's a good thing. That much I know, but that's about it. I don't even know if the person throwing the ball and the person hitting the ball, if they are in the same team or not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about baseball. Which district in Tokyo? This is Setagaya. We're in kind of, I think, not so far from the geographical midpoint of Setagaya. Have you ever offered your services via Airbnb experience before pandemic? Yes, I have actually. I have. But I put my services up there just before the pandemic, so it never really got a chance to take off. But actually, most of my clients, I got them through my personal website. That used to be my main marketing channel. Your face reveal on live streams. Yes, on my Patreon only streams I do show my face. On my non-Patreon streams I only show my legs. Here's my legs again. There be any trips? Yes, there will be. I think there might be 2 trips before I leave Japan 1 month from now. There might be 2 trips. And of course I will make sure to do some live streams while I'm traveling in Japan too. So yeah, have another month of Japan content. Almost. Yeah, Timothy, you get to see my face. Indeed, you can watch the Patreon stream I did a few days ago. All the old Patreon only streams are available through the Patreon page as well, so you can watch those. And of course, yeah, there's another Patreon only live stream coming up soon. So for those of you who haven't already, I do recommend that you join me on Patreon. Especially if you like my channel and want to support me, because that's a great way to do so. Why did you do that? Why did I do what? When you leave Japan, where will you go? I will go to Sweden. So Ramblak's face on Mega Collab. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Ramblak shows his face every now and then. TE doesn't like sports, but what sports did you really hate when you were a student? I really disliked football or soccer when I was younger, because that was the sport that everybody played when I grew up in Sweden. Everybody either played it or they loved watching it. And I could not understand the charm in either of those. So that was probably my most hated sport when I was younger. These days I'm not so passionate about my dislike for sports, but I can still think of probably 100 things that I personally would do in my free time rather than watch some strangers chase a ball. Let's see, what else they say? Last week was rainy, but this week we can enjoy fine weather. Yeah, seems like it. Today is gorgeous. Football, oh, I love it. Yes, Yari. Just like 90% of Scandinavians. I'm just a weird minority. It's fine. I don't mind. I still like you, Yari, even if you love football. That won't change my opinion about you. Yeah, Europeans don't play baseball. Baseball is not popular at all in Europe. This coffee is good, by the way. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't matter. It just looks like brown water, but it tastes really good. I'm a soccer fan every 2 years for a couple of weeks. Yeah, well, so that's the thing, right? The only time when I could enjoy football or soccer was when I was a kid and we traveled to Italy on the summer holiday. If there was a big competition, then I did enjoy it because it just, yeah, it turned the entire city into like a big party in a way that was very enjoyable. But this was like in the 80s and 90s in Italy. I'm not sure how it is these days. What sport, if any, do you like? I don't know. Walking is not a sport. I think the only sport that I can say that I can enjoy is table tennis or ping pong. That can be fun. Especially when I was living in Berlin, there was many like bars that had ping pong tables in them. That's a lot of fun. There's bars like that here in Tokyo as well. I did used to enjoy that quite a lot, like 15 years ago or something. But also when I was younger, before drinking age, I also enjoyed playing ping pong from time to time. How come people don't like baseball in Europe? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the background, but it's mainly like football and ice hockey, at least in Sweden. Football and ice hockey are the two big sports that people care about. Speed walking is an Olympic event, yeah. Although, I don't know. I'm not so fond of speed walking. I wish slow walking was an Olympic sport. Then I would consider becoming a professional. Will you take Mini Explorer to have a trip of her home country out of Tokyo before she leave or you leave Japan? Yes, I will do a little family trip soon. And of course my daughter will join us for that. So, and then the plan is that my wife and daughter shall come and join me for a couple of weeks in July. So they will come to Sweden if everything goes according to plan. Italian friend said football is for poor people, for rich people it's not football, it's tennis. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess football is more like everybody's sport. Tennis feels more like a upper class sport. Yeah, slow walking with breaks to drink coffee or a beer and you will be a champion. Yeah, that should definitely be an Olympic sport. if you ask me. Then I think I have a pretty high chance of becoming quite successful. YouTube walking is a sport. Yeah, I hope so. Is Minnie excited to move out? I don't know, she's too young to understand, and also she won't be moving anytime soon. For now it will just be me, and then later once I've confirmed that I actually want to do this thing in Stockholm, Sweden, and if my wife agrees, then we will all move there maybe towards the end of the year. Minnie was in Sweden last summer and she really liked it, so I think she could enjoy it this time too. Yeah. But okay, folks, I am starting to finish my coffee and I'm getting ready to wrap up today's stream. So I hope you enjoyed this little Ryokudo stream from Ikejiri Ohashi to Hanegi Park. It was a really nice walk. I want to do this again, but maybe like at night sometime soon. It wasn't iced coffee. Oh, it is iced coffee. It is iced coffee. Let me show you. I can prove it. I can prove it. But I don't even know how to remove this lid. Don't know if you can see, but there's ice in there. There's ice in there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to walking with you again soon. Hopefully I can do another stream before the weekend, but if not, definitely in the weekend there will be another stream. It for today. Thank you so much, and yeah, see you later. Bye bye. Hej då. Auf Wiedersehen und matane. Tschüss.